Hello, beautiful people. Hello. Today, I want to talk to you about something that affects a lot of people, and that is called consumer debt. So, the way consumer debt is set up is that we have the credit cards, you have a limit on it. I think we all know where I'm going with this. You spend and you pay, you spend and you pay. But I'm here to tell you that that model is not sustainable. Because every time you put something on credit, it means that you become a financial slave. You are in financial bondage, and that is something that you chose to do by purchasing something that you couldn't afford. Because anytime you put something on credit, it means you couldn't afford it. If you couldn't pay for it by cash, you definitely cannot afford it. This philosophy has taken me a long time to learn. I have learned it. So, I used to have a lot of credit cards. And what I have done over the last 2 years is retire pretty much all of them. I have one card that I use, and I use it because it has great points and I can buy my groceries on it. But here's the thing, when I do use the card, I put the money aside in the bank for whatever item it is that I have purchased. So it means that before the 30 days is up, I paid for it. I don't buy anything I cannot afford. Anything I do buy these days is cash. Because going into debt in this time, in this climate, is foolhardy. Because every time we go into debt, what happens is we no longer are working for ourselves. We are working for the credit card companies. Now, the credit card companies are right in tandem with all social media, and they're in tandem with advertisers to get you to part with your hard earned money. Don't fall for it. It's a trap. It's a trap to separate you from your money. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Stop using your card. Because when you use it, a lot of you, if you're not disciplined, you don't pay for it within the 30 days. So what I managed to do is retire the credit cards that I had. I retired them all. My credit score went up, and I don't have debt. So I have learned to live below my means. Now, what that means is I pay for my rent, I pay for my cell phone, because if you don't have a cell phone, you just can't operate these days. And I pay for my vehicle. I pay to put gas in the car, so I pay for fuel. So these are what you call necessities. You have to have a roof over your head. You have to have a way to communicate in order for you to actually acquire work. Those are necessities, they're not wants. But all the other things that go into life, like a new dress, or new pants, or shoes, or, things that are wants, I don't subscribe to. Because a want is something that I'm going to be happy with for 5 minutes. And then when the stardust is worn off and the glow from that item has worn off, it gets put down, normally in the back of my closet, where I may never wear it again. So these are the things that I have learned that I am no longer interested in partaking in. I live below my means because I have learned not to spend the money. I invest. I am now an investor. I take my money and I invest it in things that are going to return a profit for me, because I have learned that spending money as quickly as I make it is a recipe for disaster. However, saving the money as quickly as I make it and then turning around and investing that into something that is going to work for me is far, far smarter. So If you haven't learned the lesson yet, put the cards away, pay them off, use one card, and don't rack it up, not over your 30% utilization. Stay within your means, live within your means, be happy with your lot, and stop looking what everyone else has got, because you don't know how they got it and how they're keeping it, because you get owned by the things that you buy. So learn to live below and learn to be happy with your lot in life. And that's a lesson that took me forever to learn. I've learned it, and now I'm moving on to a much more prosperous life. Can I get an amen?